Okay, man. Everyone settled in. You know the deal. MIC Podcast, episode 146. I don't got two hands right now, but 146, man, where everyone is a master of their own creation. The dynamic duo was back. We each had our little, individual check-ins, but, the team is back. And, we're just going to check in. It's the last pod of the year. Crazy enough. We're about to head into year 4 here, but I'm gonna just let the boss man just kind of take the lead from here. We're just about to check in, talk about a few things, and just kind of forecast what's coming up for the pod in the next year, man. So
yeah, man, year 4 of the Master Creature podcast. It's crazy. This is episode 146. The math doesn't math.
Right.
Where I thought we uploaded an episode every single week this year, but that would. Maybe I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. The math doesn't. So
I feel you.
I'm not sure where we didn't upload an episode, but I'm pretty damn sure we uploaded an episode
right too
every single week this year.
Regardless,
one thing that we did start doing, if you haven't noticed already, we've been uploading weekly clips.
Daily.
Daily.
No, 100%. But daily clips. Yep.
Saying weekly. 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Daily clips.
Yeah.
We've been uploading daily clips.
Absolutely.
To TikTok, to Instagram, and to YouTube Shorts.
Yep.
And we have just been massively expanding on the amount of people that have the accessibility to the Masters of Creation podcast,
right?
Which I've been extremely excited for. I'm glad that we have been able to get that outreach, literally multiplying it.
That's
by,
just working
by
too,
thousands,
bro. Because like I'm even seeing like the view count go up. Like on the episodes where like of the ones that we've posted, I've seen that engagement, uptick. So like that's super dope.
Absolutely, and we just want to give the people who've been on the podcast as much ability to be seen from other people who don't know their story or people who know them a bit but don't know the full story.
Right, yep.
So I'm glad that we're able to show more people. More people.
Yeah, likewise, yeah.
With this past year, we're going to be now in 2025, we'll have daily uploads for the entirety of 2025, which is super nice. We already have a great slate of guests coming over here in early 2025 for January.
And counting.
And counting, absolutely. And we're going to continue to expand upon that. Maybe have a few people here and there who have been on the podcast that deserve
part twos. Yeah.
Give them a little update of their journey.
Facts.
Which have we done here and there over this past year?
Yeah.
I think maybe 1 or 2 people got a part 2 this last year, but maybe we might sprinkle in a few more this year. Coming into year 4. A lot of people have done a lot.
A lot of evolution, growth, 100%.
Since we had them on the first time, which at that point may be a 3-year gap.
It's crazy.
Between that. So, I'm super excited for this podcast. It has continued to grow. It has continued to give to the community. It's continued to have people here who truly are a master of their own creation.
Fact.
I'm so blessed to have met the people who we have had on.
Fact.
It has been nothing but incredible.
Super dope stories, insight, perspective.
Yes, absolutely. And I hope the viewers have been able to get that same amount, of information. And I truly do emphasize, please watch the full episodes because you'll find again all these people were accomplished,
right?
But a lot of these people, which is the reason why I started this podcast, this was their first ever podcast that they ever been on,
which is crazy. Yeah.
So as you see in every episode, people need some time to settle in.
Yeah, right.
And then once they settle in, then you are able to really get the podcast.
Right.
You're really able to get the full them. So I definitely recommend watching the entirety of each episode. There's something to listen to from start to finish.
100%, bro. And just even kind of going off with just like I even want to thank people again for coming here as your first pod. Talking in front of a camera about your life ain't necessarily like the easiest thing to do. So thank you for being open and just being able to sit down and just chop it up and like you said, tell your story. And it does take and it's not like people are like super stiff and like the beginning. A select few maybe, but by like minute 15, minute 20, once it's kind of been more relaxed. It's like you said, those people open up a lot more. So again, thank you for everyone who's come through as their first interview.
And I think it's because people realize that we're not a got you podcast.
We're
not someone
right.
that's trying to dive into your
Debate.
darkest moments.
Yeah, facts.
Be able to get a clip off of you, to be able to post this here and there. we genuinely want you to be seen in the best light possible.
100%.
We want you to be able to send this to family, to fans, to supporters, to whoever that you want, and you feel comfortable that they're able to watch that episode.
Yeah.
So and also that's a kudos to you to give people a welcoming environment and a welcoming voice to be able to talk to
for sure
on the podcast. So again, all of 2025 we'll be having daily content that's going to be releasing. We're back at it. This isn't stopping anytime soon. We're going to have more new guests that are incredible individuals who you definitely want to tune into.
Yep.
We've also been greenlit to be another sponsor for the Sphia Fashion Show happening in April 2025. Let's give a shout out to Sphia.
Shout out to Sphia. Big
the entire team, to Kat, to just an incredible company,
models,
an incredible organization.
Yep.
Again, it is a swimwear brand that is extremely open to all colors and sizes.
Yep.
That is something that's extremely important to us, which is why we support year after year. Is because this is a white woman who is given to women of color, a woman of different sizes, a woman of different backgrounds. She doesn't give a fuck how much you make, what family you come from. Do you feel comfortable within your own skin? If not, she'll make sure that you do by the end of her journey.
Yep, making modeling super accessible, super comfortable for, again, first time models that are in this position, and man, again, big shout out to Sphia for sure.
Yeah. So I'm extremely supportive of that entire brand, which is why we'll be a sponsor. We even upgraded our sponsorship this year from what we did 2 years ago. Absolutely. Just because that's just in the standing that we're in right now. I'm extremely excited about that fashion show.
Me too.
To be everybody that's involved in it. It's just going to be another just incredible show, period. Whenever August comes around, we'll be having our 4th annual backpack drive for Concord Elementary. That'll make the 5th community event.
5th, yes.
Which is
we have the food
drive and 3 backpack drives.
Yeah, so 4. 3 so 4 or 3 coming up in August.
So we had 3 backpack drives.
Wow, yeah, okay, yeah.
We had 3 backpack drives.
Okay, and then
we had the food drive.
Damn,
this would be the 5th. So coming up, that'd be 5 years.
That's crazy, man.
Insane.
Shout out
that's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane.
Crazy.
They invited me to come speak to the school after the book
bro.
drive as well,
Bro. How was that?
It was an incredible experience.
Yeah.
It was an incredible experience. The kids were incredible. It was my first time ever speaking in front of a crowd that large and that young.
Dope,
and
dope.
It again was just an incredible experience. They were so receptive to everything that I said. The teachers, the staff, everybody was extremely thankful for the presence.
Bro, what if I was gonna pull up on you when they're like 25 and be like, "Yo, by the way, man, like just whoever was inspired to really get on, whatever."
Yeah.
Like, bro, you came to my school, and which is just crazy to me just to even think about. Like, that's. Just nuts.
Even the first question that I asked was, "Who here has one of our backpacks from one of these past years?" And half the crowd raised their hands, and that's what it's really about. And I'm sure there's more than them that didn't know, they didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Right.
Yeah, we're talking from kindergarten all the way up to the 5th grade. So the kindergartens were like definitely took 5 of the backpacks last year. So it was an incredible experience.
So dope,
I love
man.
Concord Elementary.
No, man, big shout out to Concord, man.
Extremely mixed ethnicity group up in there. The teachers again are incredible.
Absolutely.
The staff. Shout out to Patty for always organizing everything. She's always been an incredible,
super lovely.
mediary between everything that's going on. So I thank her, and I thank again the entire staff in that school for just being absolutely incredible and allowing us to be ourselves and do what we do. And
100%.
again, as we've done every year, we're just going to continue to expand upon what we've done the year before. Musically, I am going to be moving back into my live performances.
Here we go.
Which is something I have been waiting for years now. And the key component that I have been missing was money.
There we go.
And now I have the money
to
be able to pay the people that I want to have at these events, to run the event the way that I want it to be ran. For the first event, I might take a financial loss. Luckily, I have enough money where I can do so. But still, it's supposed to be for the community. I want to be able to show people what a fucking performance from start to finish can look like. So my openers are going to be people who you fucking know here in the city.
Right.
And the reason why I can have them is because of money.
There we go.
So I'm just going to pay some of just the best performers here in the city to open up. And then the best performer in the city is going to finish that shit out.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be an incredible night filled with incredible people.
Absolutely.
Of people who really want to come and have a good-ass time.
Super dope time. See some dope music. Absolutely. Yep.
So as of right now on the slate, somewhere between February and April, I'm going to be performing down at Rugger's Bar, which, if anybody doesn't know, is a legendary bar ran by legendary people here in the in the rugby and punk rock scene, rock scene.
Yep.
I can't wait to have my first true rock performance. I'm gonna go fucking insane. I'm gonna go absolutely nuts,
that performance is gonna be stupid.
which is gonna be the precursor to the two other performances that I will be full blown running.
Right.
Even there, I'm definitely gonna be taking a loss on that performance.
Yeah.
Because I want to have an opener who I want to have for that performance, and they're not necessarily paying for the performance. They're more of a pay to come. Like, they'll give us drinks and food for the entire night.
Okay.
But not cash.
Okay.
Again,
well,
I have money now, so it doesn't matter if I take a loss on
right.
that.
You come vibe, eat, drink.
Money.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just gonna have that performance be how I want it to be, which is gonna be, again, a raw rock performance of mine. Where if you've never seen me, because every song is going to be here. So I'm going to make sure that every song is at literally the highest of levels possible, just energy-wise. Yeah. And I'm super excited for that. And again, I've been practicing this entire year to gear up for these performances.
Right, yeah, facts.
So I'm very loose. I'm very stretched. I'm very exercised for all of these. So I'm extremely excited for that. So again, that's going to be between February and April, which I'll be announcing once that gets locked in. My first of the performances that I'm going to be completely organizing myself is going to be summertime, and then I'll be closing out the year around, October, November time for my final performance of the year. So I'll be slated for 3 major performances this year, minimum.
Do you have an idea of like the other 2 venues already, or not?
I have an idea of the other 2 venues, but I would like to keep shopping around.
Yeah, no. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'll just curious too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have a few in mind that are great venues. I really kind of don't care about how much it costs for the venue, again, because I have money. So I don't really care what the cost of the venue is. I just want to make sure that it's the exact venue that I want to have.
Yeah.
You thought
another money drop. It's all good. Another one coming soon.
And then to round all that out too, I will be releasing an EP in 2025.
Oh,
it's something I've been working on. Again, you guys are not gonna get a fucking album.
Oh,
they're not getting an album.
No, just the 8-song EP.
They're not getting an album. They're not getting an album. You're not getting an album.
I'm crying. Yeah.
You're not gonna get an album. You're not gonna get an album. But you are gonna get an EP of some form. I'm not entirely sure of what I want the topic to be about. I have a lot that I want to talk about.
Right.
This is kind of whatever flows out.
Yeah, right.
Going to be whatever the EP is.
Facts.
But on top of that, I also want to have minimum 2 highly produced music videos to be released in 2025.
Okay.
And the reason why they can be highly produced is because I have money.
There we go.
So I'm extremely excited about that.
Absolutely.
To get whatever crew that I need to be put together to be able to really produce a phenomenal music video. To what songs, I'm not entirely sure.
Right.
I would love to have a music video to Female Dog. I would love to have a music video to Mutual Vibrations. Those are 2 just off the top of my head that I would really love to have a music video to, and I kind of already have an idea of what those can look like.
Yeah, right.
But again, it's just going to be whatever makes sense. I've already had everything scripted out for You Ain't as well, which would be a phenomenal music video.
Yeah,
if it makes sense to make it. That one would cost the most money.
Oh, shoot.
But it's something that I would have within my means to do.
Right.
So it's just kind of just depending on what I want to be able to create at that time. But, again, like we said, we're Sphia Fashion Show, April 2025.
Yep.
We have our book bag drive again, August of 2025. We'll have 3 shows coming up in between February, April, summertime, and fall time.
Yep.
And am I missing anything? Again, weekly podcasts.
Well, yeah, no, we will.
Daily content.
I was about to say, depending on the conclusion of the movie, we may be soliciting James Gunn's address to see how that film turns out. Depending on
James.
So James, just be on the lookout.
He's referencing this film that's coming out in July of 2025, and
on that.
we might be in jail.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Depending on how that movie turns out,
look out for us in July.
Might be in jail, federal custody too. We're not doing no
small time shit.
No small time.
Our statement will be heard.
Yeah. We will be in federal custody, and there won't be any book bag driving on. There will not be any shows happening in the fall.
No.
As long as that film does what it's supposed to do, then the rest
should be okay.
of our stuff
will be slated.
Will be slated in line.
Absolutely. No, but I think you covered it all, though, bro. As well as
we've. This is just a start. This is what's just already slated for 2025. I can imagine that different opportunities are going to be coming to us like they do every single year
100%.
that we're going to definitely take advantage of. We would not be here without the straight up consistency that we've had over these past 2 years, 3 years, going on 4 years. I've been preaching to everybody who would fucking listen. Please put in the effort that you need to put in 2022, 2023, and 2024. Because 2025, I think globally, is going to be an incredible year. Not only for arts, but just for individuals, period.
Right.
If you've been doing what you're supposed to do, I promise you this 2025 is going to be an absolutely incredible year. And we just as individuals have been putting ourselves in position to be able to have the 2025 that we want to have.
Right.
And I joke about finances, a lot, but I truly came from an individual who, if you don't know the story, who was effectively homeless 3 years ago. Yeah. And now I just checked. I finally reached my 800 credit score. So,
my nigga, bro, that's crazy.
I've been talking about the 800 credit score, but crazy. I officially have my 800 credit score.
So congratulations, bro. That's wild as hell.
Again, I've now put myself in a position where I came from nothing. Yeah. So, and I'm financially literate. So I understand how blessed I truly am right now.
That's fine.
I have more money in accounts, plural, than most people will see in a year, as some people will see in multiple years, and some people will never make. So I understand the position I am. I'm humble and I'm grateful for the position I'm in. I'm thankful for everybody who's been around me that was okay with me saying no to this thing, no to that thing, because they understood that I had a mission and a goal that I was looking to achieve.
Likewise on my end too, for
absolutely.
sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Still love you.
No facts. That's what I'm saying.
I'm very headstrong on the goal that I have to achieve. And we are well on our way there.
Facts.
I know Tobi King on the last podcast, he talked about my transition and becoming a mayor of Pittsburgh. Yeah. We're still years away from that.
Yeah.
We're still years
Big
away from that.
picture down the line, for sure.
But just know you're watching the very beginning stages. Now you're watching the beginning stages of what that's going to become. Yeah. Again, 3-4 years from now, you're watching the beginning stages of what this podcast was going to become.
Yeah.
146. No, 146, and I've had incredible guests.
Hell yeah.
Went from weekly content to daily content, have moved our location multiple times. We're here to stay.
Yep.
We're here to stay, and we're here to really rear our heads here, coming up here in 2025. You're also going to be graduating from your cohort in 2025 as well.
Yes, sir, man.
Which I don't want to be remiss to mention
absolutely
as well.
Man, which has been a dope experience, thus far. So, that'll be awesome.
Yeah. So, and I'll be at that final award ceremony.
Of course, man, absolutely.
Ceremony, of course.
For sure.
Again, we are extremely happy, extremely excited for 2025. If you have been following until now, welcome to the true beginning. Welcome to the true beginning.
For real, though.
Thank you for continuing to watch us week after week.
Yep.
If you've been tapping into the daily content, thank you for watching us daily. We thank you. We thank the community. We thank all of our guests. We thank everybody who's ever watched us. We thank anybody who's ever supported us. We're here for the community. We're here for Pittsburgh, and we're always going to continue to be. The Master of Creation podcast is truly a place where everybody is a master of their own creation. Thank you, Tobi King, for being the absolute greatest host in the entire world.
Thank you, man. Thank you for even giving me the platform and the opportunity to come out here and be a part of this shit.
And I'll let you close out 146.
No, absolutely, man. You guys heard it here already, man. MIC Podcast episode 146, where everyone is and will continue to be a master of their own creation. We hope you guys had a happy holiday, and we will see y'all in the 2-5, man. Peace.
Thank you.